I hear around the internet that we are Team Conrad. We're about to find out. Jeremiah is still liking Belly and whatnot, but he's so weird to me. Like, yeah, he's like very odd and strange to me, and Taylor is also very odd and strange to me, and Belly is also a little odd and strange to me, and so is Conrad. I don't know, everyone's just weird. Hey everyone, it's me Bailey, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be reading the Summer I Turned Pretty series for the first time. So this is going to be a spoiler-filled Summer I Turned Pretty reading vlog. So in this video, I'm planning to read the entire Summer I Turned Pretty series and then watch the show and give my like thoughts and opinions. I'm thinking I want to read each book and then watch the season, or maybe read all the books and then watch the series. I am not sure yet. So when I'm filming this, the entirety of season 3 is not out just yet, but when you see this, I'm pretty sure it will be out. So I'm thinking I'm probably not gonna watch the series in this video, but I am going to be reading all of the books for this video. That was a big, very roundabout way of me saying that I'm only reading the books in this. Like, am I good? Like, anyways, so I will be reading the entire trilogy. So I absolutely love To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. It's one of my favorite books of all time. I feel like it was very formative to me, like, to become the reader that I am. Like, I loved that series when I read it, and so I never had any plans to read The Summer I Turned Pretty, but this video was requested of me, so I figured I could deliver on that front, because why not? I will say that I did actually watch part of season 1. I can't remember if I watched the entire season or not, but when season 2 came out, I do remember starting it and never finishing it. So I never watched season 2. I really only watched season 1, and I can't even remember if I watched the entirety of season 1, but I do know that this series follows a girl named Belly, and she is in a love triangle with 2 brothers, and they go to a like beach house every summer. And I know that the brothers are Conrad and Jeremiah, and their mother is like sick and like something like that, like something like, and I know she dies. Like, I know the mom dies, and like that's honestly all I know. I hear around the internet that we are Team Conrad. We're about to find out, but yeah, so we'll see. I've seen a few like spoilers and things on TikTok and things like that here and there of like things about the book and or about the show, but I haven't really been paying too close attention because I never really thought that I would read the books or finish watching the show, or like if I did finish watching the show, it would be like later down the line, definitely once season 3 is finished coming out and all of that. But yeah, I don't know. This is a really, really long intro for me to tell you that I'm going to be starting The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I will be reading it on my Kindle because it is on Kindle Unlimited, but these are young adult books, and I fear I'm going to absolutely fly through them. So I am a little bit nervous about that because I am going to work today, and I did grab the audiobook to listen to while I'm at work because Grace suggested that I listen to the audiobook because she said that the characters who play the people in the TV show narrate the audiobook. So I'm excited about that. But I know that these books are fairly short. So this first book is less than 300 pages. So I know that it's not going to take me very long to read this at all. Granted, especially with me listening to the audiobook and I'm about to be at work, and I know that I will probably have this done by the time I get home. So I, of course, will probably, I don't know, I'm trying to decide because like clearly I want to like have updates and reactions and things for y'all. So I'm like, if I read it while I'm at work, if I listen to it while I'm at work, then obviously I'm not going to be able to get those reactions and things for you guys. So I might try this first book out and see today, and if I read it too quickly, then I think I'll just wait until the weekend to read the other 2 books, so that way I can film more content and reactions and things to the book, and so that way we can talk more about it as I'm reading it, because I don't want to like read the first 2 books today because I just so happen to be at work and I'm listening fast enough for it to be like done in 2 hours, and then now what, you know? So I don't know. So yeah, anyways, I thought I would hop on this vlog. I really didn't do any planning for this vlog. As you can tell, I literally just got requested the concept and now here I am. So we'll see. If I get to a point in the book and I want to like react or anything like that, I might just put it down, come home and do all the things. But honestly, it says that it would take around 3 hours to read, so part of me is like, maybe I'll just wait to start this until I get home and then start something else, because I definitely feel like if I get home around 5, I could definitely read this in one sitting, like so I don't know, we'll see. I'm just gonna play it by ear and kind of like figure it out. You guys are really seeing like the ins and outs of my brain right now, because I am so like chaotic sometimes when it comes to like the planning of my videos, and like this is one of those times where it's like very chaotic. So yeah, but with that said, I'm gonna go pack my lunch so I can head out to go to work. It is almost 7 o'clock and it's time for me to go. So that being said, I will talk to you guys once I have started The Summer I Turned Pretty and what my kind of first initial thoughts and things are on the book. I am now home from work and I didn't get as much reading done today as I thought I was going to. So I was able to listen to some of the audiobook today while I was working, but it was a bit of a busier day, so I didn't get to listen to as much as I was expecting. So as far as The Summer I Turned Pretty, I'm currently at 19% into the book, which is chapter 15. I'm on page 63. So I was able to read it just a little bit, but Navy and I are getting ready to go for a walk. So I will be taking my Kindle and we will be walking, and I will be reading my book while we walk. And so far this book is just very depressing. Like, it's very sad. So we're following Belly, of course, as she's like going to this beach house every summer with her mom, her brother, and then you have Jeremiah, Conrad, and then their mother, who are all going every summer, spending the summer together. The dads are not there. And we're following as like, you're kind of seeing Conrad and Jeremiah dealing with the fact that their mother has cancer, as well as kind of how Belly's mom is also kind of dealing with that fact. And so far we have gotten a few like past chapters, but the way that they're done is like, she was like, when I was 13. So it'll be like age 13. It'll be like, when I was 13, this happened. And then it kind of like tells you like what happened. And so the scene at the boardwalk made me really, really sad. Like, where Belly had gone with Conrad and Conrad was like talking to this girl and he had like at the ring toss station. That was so sad to me. But yeah, I don't know. Not a whole lot has really gone on for real. Like, their moms have like smoked weed for the first time and whatnot. So that was fun to read about. And yeah, so now I am at the part where it says, I honestly cannot remember. I guess they're like reined in or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. So far I'm enjoying it. So we'll see. I feel like because it's being told by Lola, the girl that, I do not remember her name, I'll put it up on the screen, but Lola, the girl that plays Belly, I feel like it's really helping like immerse me in the story. So I'm really liking that a lot. But yeah, so that is my update. Navy's getting kind of antsy because he really wants to go for his walk. So we're about to go and do that. And yeah, so that's my update, and I will probably talk to you guys when I get back home. Okay, so we're now back from our walk, and I was able to listen to some of The Summer I Turned Pretty while we were walking. I did also bring my Kindle with me so I could like flip along while we walked. And so my Kindle and the audiobook are saying two very different things. So my Kindle says I'm 38%, but my audiobook says 45%. So I'm probably going to believe my audiobook. But I will say, like, this book is reading very young, and I feel like Belly is very much reading her age. So she is definitely reading like 14, and I don't know, like, it's fine. Like, so far the book is fine. I'm not having like any like crazy thoughts about it. Like, to me so far it's just fine. I wouldn't pick either of them if I had to choose, but I guess if I like absolutely had to choose, like, it would definitely be Conrad, I guess, because he seems the most interested, even though neither one of them really seem interested in Belly. I feel like Conrad seems like he cares the most. Like, I feel like Jeremiah is very like, oh yeah, that's my friend, like, we're just friends. And he does have kind of a more carefree attitude than Conrad does. Conrad is definitely more like serious of the two, and it seems like he is the one that is kind of like looking out for Belly a bit more, like trying to really watch out for her during these summers that they're spending together, versus like Jeremiah, who is more interested in kind of like hanging out with Steven and like being Steven's friend. And at least that's like the vibes that I'm getting. I'm on chapter 22, so I definitely see myself probably finishing this tonight. There is 46 chapters, so I'm probably just gonna pop in the audiobook and just kind of like hang out around the house. I'm definitely about to go take a shower, put on my pajamas, and then I'm going to make some dinner. So I'll probably be listening to the audiobook while I do that, and then I'll probably just kind of like hang out on the couch. I have completed all of my homework that is due for the week, so I don't really have to worry about doing any of that. This isn't a weekly vlog, so you probably don't care, but yeah, I'm going to continue reading The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I'm gonna try and finish it tonight. So that's my update right now, and I will talk to you guys again a little bit later. Hello. Okay, so I promise I'm gonna update not in this spot at one point, but I did end up finishing The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I decided to rate it 2.5 stars. So I thought it was okay. Like, it was fine. I felt like it was very much stream of consciousness, and I didn't like the way that it ended with like her getting that phone call from Conrad and being like, hey, I know it's like midnight, but like I'm about to be at your house and like come outside. And like that was just really like odd and strange and weird to me. But I don't know. Belly was just so annoying to me. Like, the whole entire book was basically her just talking about how much she likes Conrad and how she just wants to be with Conrad. And while she's like dating Cameron, she's constantly just trying to make Conrad jealous, and all she's really caring about is Conrad. And then Jeremiah tells her that he has feelings for her, and she's like, oh, like, no, don't do that. And he was like, I know that you love Conrad, but like I want you to like me. And she was like, this is awkward. And I was like, yeah, this is quite awkward. And then like Taylor is such a bad friend. I don't like Taylor, which, okay, granted, I have now started It's Not Summer Without You, and I am pretty far into this. I am like 30 something percent into this book. Oh, 43%. So I'm nearly halfway into this book. Taylor is a bad friend to me. I don't like Taylor. She is very, very annoying to me. Plus, like, obviously Belly is very much like, woe is me. And I understand, like, in this book, they are grieving Susanna. Like, Susanna has since died of cancer. So, you know, obviously that's very, very sad. And like, especially with like Jeremiah and Conrad, like that was their literal mother. And Conrad is taking it a little bit harder, it seems, than Jeremiah, from what I can tell from like what I'm being told. And so you have like Jeremiah, and Conrad has now run away from his summer semester at school, and he is now in Cousins Beach. And so Jeremiah and Belly have gone to collect him, and so that's where I'm at. And you can tell that Jeremiah is still liking Belly and whatnot, but he's so weird to me. Like, yeah, he's like very odd and strange to me, and Taylor is also very odd and strange to me, and Belly is also a little odd and strange to me, and so is Conrad. I don't know, everyone's just weird. And then I thought Taylor, just her being a bad friend, right? Because not only was she going to go after whichever brother Belly said that she didn't want, she then went after Belly's brother. I'm like, what are we doing here, girl? Like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? And then she was like, I'm sorry. And then was like, oh, I forgive you, when Jeremiah kissed Belly during Truth or Dare. Forgive you for what? You're literally like with her brother. Like, it's literally baffling. It's baffling to me. Like, this is actually like low-key kind of pissing me off. But now Conrad and Belly had their little thing that they had, not sure exactly what that was, but they like ran off to Cousins Beach together by themselves. They had a night together where like it was saying like, oh, we just kissed and drank hot chocolate and whatnot, which, you know, whatever. But I feel like her mom was not mad enough for me. And yeah, I don't know. Also too, like the way that like Conrad is like throwing a fit over like Belly when he like obviously went to prom with her and was very like weird while being there, and like very just not doing what he needed to do, I guess, while he was there. I don't know. And then him lying to his mom about what they did while they were at prom and how they like broke up, but like he never mentioned anything, but he was acting very weird and like almost was like he kind of forced Belly to like break up with him, which I thought was like very odd and strange and weird. And just the whole thing is just weird. And so now I'm at the part where Jeremiah and Belly have driven to find Conrad at the summer house, and now they have spent the first night at the summer house. So we'll see what happens from there. I know that Jeremiah and Belly somehow are going to end up together at the end of this book, and I can't see it. I don't understand it. I'm gonna wonder how they ended up together. I'm wondering if she's just like literally trying to figure it out. Like, I don't know, but that's where I'm at. Navy and I are about to go for a walk, so I'm gonna listen to my audiobook while we're walking. And yeah, so I'll give you guys an update, hopefully closer to time when I finish. Okay, sorry, I know the lighting is probably like terrible, but I just have to say, so I just finished chapter 32, and this was like Jeremiah's chapter, and he is like having a sit down with Conrad. They had just thrown this party after their dad had come to Cousins, and Jeremiah gives me the ick so bad. Like, he's literally saying, which, okay, he's having this conversation with Conrad, and like we're in his like inner monologue, and he is like basically asking if Conrad even really likes her. And Conrad goes like, oh, do you like her? And he was like, I'm not the one who took her to the freaking prom. And Conrad goes, I only took her because she asked me to. And he was like, Con, do you like her or not, man? He said, no. He didn't even blink, didn't even hesitate, and said, no. And then Jeremiah then has the thought in his head, and it's like, maybe now that Conrad wasn't standing in the way, she would see me there too. I'm sorry, but what? I'm sorry, what? Why are these boys the way that they are? Like, I'm concerned, because Jeremiah's sitting here saying, oh, now that Conrad's out of the way, maybe she can be mine. And Conrad's sitting here saying, oh, no, I never really even liked her. I don't even like her. Like, this makes me not even want to read this anymore. Like, are you joking? What is going on? The fact that she could even pick one of these guys. Like, I don't like either one of them. I don't like either one of them. I don't understand how we can be team one or the other. Like, I don't like them. And I don't like Taylor calls Belly selfish for wanting to spend the summer with Jeremiah and Conrad after their mother has died, wants to spend the summer with them alone like they used to when like their mom was alive, and Taylor's like, oh, well, you just want to spend the summer with them. You don't even want to share them with me. That's weird. I don't know. Just all of the behavior that we're getting from these kids is like so weird and gross. I don't know. Also too, sorry about the lighting. I'm trying to like move my head in a position where it like stays good, but like it's not staying good. So that's my update. I'm again so sorry about the lighting, but hopefully in the next clip I'll have better lighting. But I am still reading it. I'm on chapter 33. So it says I'm 67% and then I have 59 minutes left in the book. I'm pretty sure I will be done before that, but we'll see. But yeah, that's my update. I'm not liking anyone. Yay. Yay. Okay, so I have finished the second book in the series. It's not Summer Without You, I think is the name. I don't remember. But, so I rated this book 2 stars. I am not having a good time. I am suffering while trying to read this series, and I hate that because I loved To All the Boys I Loved Before when I read it, and maybe that's because when I read it for the first time, I want to say in high school, so when I could very clearly relate to Laura Jean, and I then read it again when I was around 19, 20, and I still really loved it. But this series, on the other hand, I don't like Belly, I don't like Conrad, I don't like Jeremiah, I literally don't like anyone. I am not rooting for anyone. I want Belly to stay single, and yeah, honestly, that's where I'm at. I don't know, I'm just not having a good time. And I will say, like, I did watch, I think it was like all of season 1 and maybe like the first episode or 2 of season 2, and I was planning on watching it again. I don't know if I can do that, but I will say that the books, from what I've seen of the show, are so closely aligned that it is amazing how close they got it to the TV show compared to the books. Like, it is so very well aligned. Like, they did amazing on that, and I feel like the characters are also very good. And like, obviously, since I have seen some of the show and since it's been like all over the internet, it is very much giving the actors in my brain. Like, I am actually picturing the actors in my brain as I'm reading. And yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna read the next one and see. I'm hoping that it gets better. I'm definitely interested to see how it's gonna end. I am hoping that she doesn't end up with either one of them, but I feel like, knowing, because it's like a young adult series, of course she's going to end up with someone. But I don't know, Conrad walking out on Jeremiah and Belly kissing there at the end was kind of, I feel like, karma for Conrad. I don't know. I just feel like he's really just jerking Belly around, and I just don't like that. And I think Jeremiah is like weird, and like the fact that he didn't tell Belly that he had a girlfriend, so it's giving cheater vibes, which I've heard that that is what happens in the third book, is that they get engaged and he cheats on her. So I'm definitely interested to see if that is what is going to happen, but I don't like that, so we'll see. And I don't really have very high hopes for the next book. I will say, I'm sure this was great for young adult readers, which I am not. I am 27 years old. I cannot relate to a 15-year-old barely at all, so I just cannot relate to Belly and what she is going through, and frankly, she is very annoying to me. So, yeah, I will say these books are reading very quickly. If you need a palate cleanser read, I would recommend it for that. If you have a 13, 14-year-old that you want to read some books, I would recommend these to them. Yeah, I feel like these would be really good, like nostalgia. I feel like if I had read these when I was a lot younger and I was going back to read them now, I feel like I would like them because they would be nostalgic to me. But unfortunately, since this is fresh content, I am not having a good time. I'm not enjoying it. So I hope you guys are loving watching me suffer. So I will be reading book 3. I'm not going to be starting that tonight. I will probably start that tomorrow. I'm hoping that it's another short one like the first 2 have been. So we'll see, but they've all been under 300 pages or like right at 300 pages. So they've been very, very quick reads. Like I literally finished The Summer I Turned Pretty earlier today and then read the entire second book today. So if that tells you like how quick of reads they are. Plus it does help that I have been listening to the audiobook, which the audiobooks are like 6 hours on 1 time speed. So if you're listening on 2, then clearly that's going to be like 3 hours. So these books do not take long to read at all. And I would definitely recommend the audiobook. I feel like because the actors who play the characters are also narrating the book, it does kind of help with that sense of immersion into the story. I will say that even though I remember watching like season 1, I feel like the guy that plays Jeremiah, I don't remember his voice sounding the way that it sounded in the audiobook. But I think book 2 was the only book that we get with Jeremiah's point of view. I think book 3 has like Belly and Conrad's point of view. So that's going to be interesting to read. I'm definitely interested to know more about Conrad's inner monologue, I guess. But also too, I kind of don't really care either. I just want to know why he's like jerking Belly around so bad. Like, I just like, I don't know. I'm not understanding. I'm not getting it. I don't know. But maybe it's not for me to understand. Maybe it's not for me to get. I don't know. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm sorry if you guys thought I was going to like really, really love this series. I was hoping that I would at least enjoy it. Like I didn't think that it was going to be 5 stars all around or anything like that. But I thought I would at least kind of enjoy it. And I'm just not really having that great of a time. But I don't know. I've since learned over the last couple of years that young adult just is no longer really for me anymore, and that is perfectly fine. Young adult is for ages 10 to 18, and I am none of those ages anymore. So I feel like for the target demographic, this book would be phenomenal. I just am not the target demographic anymore, and that is completely okay and fine. So with that, I am about to go to bed here soon. I do have to work tomorrow, so I probably will be listening to the audiobook while I am working, and I will more than likely update you guys once I have an update if I have anything to say about book 3 tomorrow. Okay, so I have an update on We'll Always Have a Summer. So please excuse, I was at work all day, but I do have an update on We'll Always Have Summer. And I'm smiling like I'm liking the book, but I'm not. So I am around 30-ish, 37% into this book. I am on page 105 in the book. I had to look on my phone because my Kindle for some reason hasn't synced up just yet, but I'm on page 105 of this book. We're at the part where everyone's at dinner and Belly and Jeremiah are about to announce their engagement to each other. And I have some thoughts on this, and when I tell you, they're not very nice thoughts. So literally, I do not like the fact that Belly found out that Jeremiah cheated on her, and then barely a week goes by and now he's proposing. It's giving manipulative. I don't like that. And then the only person to have questioned this at all has been Taylor. I don't even like Taylor. I think Taylor is a terrible friend. I think Belly is also a really bad friend to Taylor as well. But I think Taylor is the only one who is making any kind of sense when it comes to her calling out Jeremiah for being a manipulator by saying, hey, are you sure that this is like for real? Because he literally cheated on you. You just found out and now he's proposed and now y'all are engaged. I don't understand. And maybe it's not for me to understand, but Taylor is the only one who has called it out so far. I'm hoping that, you know, this dinner does something. I don't know, but I'm really just not liking it. It doesn't make any sense to me. The fact that Jeremiah cheated, I mean, I knew that that was like a topic that was brought up, which, and I mean, technically, did he cheat? Technically, no. But again, it's like one of those Ross and Rachel situations where it's like, were they on a break? Or were they not? Like, were they really broken up or were they not? And I can see it both ways. I can see why he would rationalize it as, no, I didn't cheat. And I could see why Belly would rationalize it as like, yes, you did cheat. But I think with him getting back in her good graces, I feel like he was very manipulative towards her. And I don't like that. So it makes me like, not like Jeremiah, which, did I like him to begin with? Absolutely not. Still don't like Conrad. I feel like he is weird because the way that he would like lead Belly on and then like forced her to like break up with him, and they like dated for 6 months and whatever. And it was just so odd and weird, and like not a fan of anyone. Not a fan of Steven for going after Belly's friend. Not a friend of Taylor for going after Belly's brother and being like weird about it. Like, I love a like best friend sibling trope when it's done well. And I just feel like this was like, I did not like the way that this one was done. And I don't know, like I'm having a really hard time with this. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna keep reading. I think I probably have like an hour and a half left in the book. Cause like I said, these books are very, very short. Like they are so quick to read, because this book only has my Kindle view changed, so this is what it looks like now, and I don't like that because it doesn't tell me like how many pages are left at the bottom. So does anybody know how to get it the old way back? Because I am not a fan of this. So if you know how to fix it, let me know in the comments. I might have been able to fix it between now and the time you guys see this video, but if I haven't, thank you for the advice, because I don't like that. But anyways, so yeah, that's where I'm at. We'll see how it goes. I don't like anybody. I don't like this. I'm not having a good time. Belly's mom, finally, someone with some common sense, someone with some reasoning. Belly's mom, thank you, Lore. Thank you for literally, thank you. Because this whole situation with Belly and Jeremiah, I hate it. I hate it. But I'm glad that she's like saying something and being like, yeah, no, this is stupid. Like, y'all are making a dumb decision, because they are. And I hate it. I hate it. Ugh. So shout out to Laura for being the voice of reason, because somebody needed to, because clearly chapter 28 has got to be a joke, right? Like, it's from Conrad's point of view, and it's him when he's talking to Jeremiah when they go surfing about like why they're getting married, like what Laurel said and everything like that. And Conrad said, he was marrying my girl and I couldn't do anything about it. I just had to watch it happen because he was my brother, because I promised. Take care of him, Connie. I'm counting on you. He was marrying my girl. If she was your girl, why did you act the way that you acted at prom? Why did you force her to break up with you? I don't understand. Why are you not engaged to her? Why are you not dating her? If she's your girl, why? Like, nothing is making sense to me. I'm like, Jenny Han, please tell me that we get to understand why Conrad acted the way that he acted. I don't want her to end up with either one of them at this point, but I need to know why he acted the way that he did and why Conrad let her fall into Jeremiah's arms. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you have known that she has had a crush on you for years. You're saying in your inner monologue, my girl. So what happened? The math is not mathing. And like, why is it so complicated? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. All right, friends, so I just finished We'll Always Have Summer, and man, oh man, was this a ride. This was definitely a very interesting reading experience. I will say these books were very quick and easy to read. They were amazing palette cleansers if that is what you're looking for. However, I just feel like this storyline was just not for me. I did not like Belly at all. Didn't like Jeremiah. Didn't like Conrad. Didn't like Steven, really. I mean, he was all right. Their dad, no. Susanna died, so that sucked. Because I want to say, like, really the only people that I kind of liked were Susanna and Laurel, which they were the adults in the book, so I guess that kind of makes sense. But I don't know. This just was not for me. And I hate to like be hating on this book. I know so many people love this series, and I love To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. Like, that series is so nostalgic for me. That is one of my, like, first book is one of my favorite books of all time. Like, I love that series down bad. Like, I love that series. This one, just not for me. And I think if I would have read it when I was younger, I think I might have liked it a little bit more, and I would have, I guess, kind of seen the appeal of Conrad. But in my late 20s now, I can say that I would successfully never root for either one of them, and would hope that Belly would figure it out and pick someone else. But I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be like a first love story, I get the guy in the end type of situation. And you know, that's what it was. And Belly and Jeremiah ran off into the ocean after getting married at 24 and 27 or whatever the age gap was. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This one just really wasn't for me. But if you love this series, I love that for you. This just was not for me. So, and if you were thinking about reading this series, please don't let my opinion like stop you. Definitely check out the series for yourself. See if it's something for you. You might love it. And even if you have like a teenager that you're looking for books to read, I feel like this series is great. Like, I feel like this would be perfect for someone who is probably around 14 to 17. Like, I feel like this would be a really good series for them to read. So definitely would recommend it to that audience. But for me, as a 27-year-old adult, not for me, and that is completely valid. But with that being said, I think I probably will go watch the show. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I will have all of my social media linked in the description. If you've made it to this point in the video, leave a seashell emoji, since this video takes place during the summer on a beach, and I feel like that's very fitting for the atmosphere of the story. And yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.